Welcome back to Market on Close. Stocks have found a little bit of a bid off the lows, but it ain't much. Phil Strebel, Chief Market Strategist of Blue Line Futures, is here to talk it up. Phil, how are you, sir?
Talk up the stock market. I don't think that's going to happen. I was actually just checking the liquor cabinet, see if there was any Goldschlager in there.
Sounds like you were on the wrong side of the trade.
We're on the right side of the gold market here. Right side of the silver market, precious metals. I mean, that's where it's at. But the U.S. equity market's really tough. We look at this is the third fastest decline in modern history, at least since 2018, where we've gone from a 52-week high down to a 10% correction, about 20 days. Last time we saw that was COVID was the fastest at 18. But if you look going forward and you go, 6 months out, things like that, we've seen equity prices all recover from there. It's just the problem is there's a lot of volatility with the tariffs and things like that. And I think that people are just really nervous and they just seem to be throwing in a towel at this point.
All right, now that comes back to the gold trade one. We have been talking a good bit because the gold silver move today, definitely a highlight for me. Does that correspond with the throw in the towel stuff?
You could see some rotation there in the gold market. I wouldn't recommend chasing it at the $3,000 mark. I mean, I think it's really tough that I think that there'll be some damage done to people buying physical gold at these higher levels here. I really think the future's ways to go because you got the minimal capital output. How much central bank buying will go on at these heightened levels here, and especially if you see some of the geopolitical tensions come down. Ukraine, Russia doesn't need to continuously be buying as much gold as what they have been. We've seen U.S. inflation cool. We've seen the trade tensions, they've been escalated. Central or regular banks, they are increasing their forecast on gold. We saw a lot of them come out in the last 48 hours with $3,100, $3,200, $3,500.
Okay. The breakout potential, I mean, those are nice numbers. While gold has hit the high, silver has not quite yet. How do you think that plays out in terms of trading strategy?
I mean, the reality is that silver is just a cyclical metal and it's 54% industrial demand, and you're going to have some investment demand and things like that. Silver is getting the benefit of copper futures pushing higher right now. Copper looks really good. Looks like it could break out over, that $5 region. But with the gold silver ratio sitting at like 87, 88 to 1, it's kind of sad that silver's not at that $40, $50 level, but who knows? It comes down to investment flows. And if you look at like gold, for instance, exchange traded funds continuously add. They're up 4.1% this year, where silver ETF flows are just not there. They're down 1.4% since the start of the year.
So right now, the market doesn't seem to be rightly positioned for this move if you're going by flows.
Yeah, and the thing is that, okay, if you have gold at $3,000 an ounce, and I'm not trying to like bash gold or any of these investments, and then you start looking at different stocks out there like JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, Walmart, you name it, a lot of these great companies here where the valuations have come down, why wouldn't people start to look at rotating out of some of the gold market, taking profits there, putting it to work in some of these stocks that have been beaten up a little bit more? Because when the buy the dip comes in on the stock market and the wealth advisors are going there to deploy capital, they're going to put it at the biggest and the best names out there. And those are the ones that are going to recover, the fastest.
Okay. What do you think for tomorrow, Phil? What's your kind of playbook? What stands out to you for the last day of the week?
I don't know, man. I mean, is there a reason for us to bounce tomorrow? That's the question.
It wasn't there today.
I know. Today was a different day because the volatility for a day trader the last few days, you've seen 30, 40, 50-point swings in the S&P 500, making it a day trader's paradise. Today seemed like it was just one move and it was essentially down, and the volatility wasn't there, meaning that a lot of people got chopped up and a lot of people are just like going ostrich head in the sand and they're not paying attention to their investments right now.
Okay. All right. Great stuff. Phil Strebel, thank you, sir.
Take care, bud.
Nice trading in the precious metals there, looking for that breakout move. Blue Line Futures, Phil Strebel, Chief Market Strategist.